The trailer starts with stormtroopers' helmets scattered on the ground or fixed onto spikes on what appears to be a desert-like planet similar to Tatooine. The shape of the huts where the Mandalorian walk past look incredibly similar to those seen in Mos Eisley Spaceport in A New Hope and The Phantom Menace. After this, the Mandalorian walks past the screen and it cuts to black. The next frame we see is the Mandalorian shuttle, the Razor Crest, flying over a jungle-like planet. Possibly similar to Endor, but there are lakes on this planet. Even though there are lakes on Endor, as shown in the 2015 Star Wars Battlefront game, I'm expecting this to be a new planet for the show. The next thing we see is the Mandalorian at a distance, entering a spaceport with confidence, most likely to meet an ally or fellow bounty hunters. This spaceport is most likely located on a new planet for the series, as the location appears incredibly unique to others seen in the Star Wars universe. A trade offer then occurs for what appears to be a payment or a bounty. We then get our first glimpse of Greef Karga, Carl Weathers' character, the leader of the Bounty Hunters Guild. I imagine this is someone who organises the bounties for the hunters to collect, like Roz in the 2002 game Star Wars Bounty Hunter. We then see what appears to be another new planet with mountainous terrain. The Mandalorian then readies his attachments ready for battle in a typical gunslinger type fashion, then exits his ship. Gina Carano's character, Cara Dune, a former shock trooper turned mercenary, then appears with a sinister look. The Death Troopers then return in what appears to be a firing squad formation. The next time we see them is surrounding Juan Carlos Esposito's character, Moff Gideon, a former sector governor for the Empire. Gideon must have been an incredibly high rank, as Death Troopers were only assigned to officers under the orders of Emperor Palpatine himself. Remember, the Empire survived in fragments even after the explosion of the second Death Star. This was because of key groups like Inferno Squadron and events like Operation Cinder and the Battle of Jakku. Then get the first front-facing view of the Mandalorian, and he looks incredible, from the armour to his blaster to his helmet. One thing I will say is that I hope the Mandalorian is a true Mandalorian and not an imposter like Jango Fett. If you are confused by this statement, then watch my video, The Legacy of Jango Fett. This explains all you need to know. Our protagonist then enters a room with IG-11, a similar bounty hunter droid to IG-88 who is seen on Vader's Imperial shuttle in The Empire Strikes Back. This is the first time we have seen a live-action IG droid since Empire Strikes Back's release in 1980. Then, some form of shootout occurs, IG-11 using his rotating joints and the Mandalorian using heavy blaster fire. Both will definitely be working close together across these series. Also, IG-11 is going to be voiced by Thor Ragnarok's director Taika Waititi. The Mandalorian then proceeds to be involved in some form of bar fight with the other bounty hunters, easily disarming and killing them, one brutally with a door and excellent marksmanship. Hopefully this brutality sets the tone for the show. My favourite scene then comes next. The Mandalorian's bounty is frozen in carbonite. Has he been studying the past works of Boba Fett when he captured Han Solo on Bespin? I don't know. You can see the Mandalorian walking in the background of this shot. They are definitely his bounties. We then have our final character introduction. We have Werner Herzog's character, who is currently unnamed but appears to be a retired Imperial. This is mainly indicated by the Imperial medal around his neck. Could both he and Esposito's character be working together throughout the show? Most likely. I personally like the way how we know little to nothing about the characters bar their name in the show. I'm wanting it to be November 12th already. I hope Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, Taika Waititi, Bryce Dallas Howard and others have performed excellently on this show and directed everything the way they want to. The Mandalorian is going to be the biggest TV show of this year, let alone just on Disney+. I hope you're looking forward to The Mandalorian just as much as I am. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.